Good morning. Is milk still good 3 days after the expiration date? Well, if this is my last video ever, you'll know what happened. Anyway, been back in New York for a while and getting a lot of messages from business owners and you guys about places I should really go see and support and eat at. So next couple of days, that's what I'm gonna do. Today I'm gonna head into Brooklyn, probably one of my last trips there before I leave. And then tomorrow I'm going to Queens for a new business I just opened. All these places I'm going to looks amazing. So before we do that though, gotta get some food for the road. Magic Spoon cereal. And hopefully milk that won't kill me. My pairing today will be peanut butter and fruity. Oh, that fruity one smells so good. Oh, at least it doesn't taste like killer milk. I mean, you guys heard me talk about my cereal obsession before, how much I love cereal. To this day, if I go to a hotel breakfast buffet, if there's cereal, I'm eating it. And I know it's just empty calories and sugar. As I'm getting older, I shouldn't eat too much of that, but it's so good. That's why I'm really happy I found this. This cereal tastes awesome. I kid you not, I eat this every single day. And sometimes when I want to cut down even more, I eat this with seltzer water. Is that weird? That's weird, huh? You hate me, don't you? You're judging me right now, aren't you? It's also gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, GMO-free, low-carb, and if you're on a keto diet, which I know a lot of you are, it's keto-friendly. I really want to try the keto thing out. I just love noodles and dumplings too much. They got delicious flavors like fruity, frosty, cocoa, blueberry, peanut butter, which is my favorite, and cinnamon. And they drop limited edition flavors all the time. So if you want to give this a try, use my link down below. You can build your own variety box and use my promo code MikeyChan for $5 off. Also, and this is why I love this, if you get it, you don't like it for whatever reason, there's 100% happiness guarantee. So again, don't like it for whatever reason, get your money back. So click the link below, use my promo code MikeyChan, or just go to magicspoon.com/MikeyChan. All right, I'll see you in Brooklyn. You're gonna like this place. Bar Crudo. I've been eyeing this place for weeks, been trying to come here. 3 p.m. on a Saturday. I didn't know it was being packed. I was trying to come at a time where I thought nobody would really be here. Like, who eats at 3 p.m. besides me? That just goes to show how good this place is, and I'm gonna try out the seafood. There's some kind of seafood noodle thing. I gotta try that out. I don't think I can do this keto thing. I don't know how you guys do it. So excited. Look at this right now. It's so beautiful. I got the filler wise. It's a Squid Ink Pasta with shrimp and clams and mussels and something green and something red, and all on a bed of Spanish pasta. And I got the paella with escargot. Snails on the paella. Oh, it looks so good. Thin, short noodles covered in squid ink. And here they have some Spanish mayonnaise called aioli. And this thing is just garlic, olive oil, and salt. OMG, that is amazing. Oh, that is good. Wow, the rice, perfect texture. Oh, that is so fragrant, aromatic. And the texture is just perfect. Not too mushy, not too hard, like Goldilocks perfect. And it's a little different than what I had in Spain. Of course, like paellas usually take like 40 something minutes because they don't use cooked rice typically. To be able to kind of speed up the process, they use rice that's semi-cooked already. The flavor though, that's what's really important. The flavor, the taste, out of this world. And I never had the Spanish pasta before. I can't even talk. I want that every single day of my life. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If that's the only thing you give me, I'm good with it. That pasta is so good. Again, just like the rice, there's so much great fragrance in here. You can taste that delicious seafood broth, that ocean deep broth penetrating every single one of those noodles. The texture is perfectly al dente. Wow. And that Spanish mayonnaise, it's like a garlic aioli, much better version of that. Wow, I don't even know what I like more, the rice or the noodles. What is the law in New York about marinade paella?
Well, it has no law yet.
There's no law, right?
No law.
So I can tell death do us part with this thing? Just want to make sure. Because that's how much I love this. It's so good.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, I love it. No, it's more than like. This is a love affair.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
I love it. I'm so glad you do.
Oh, I'm so happy with this. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love the noodles. The paella is beautiful. Beautiful. Like Halle Berry-esque beautiful. I love these noodles. I mean, there's just so much herbs and flavor. And again, the depth of the seafood broth just cooked into every single strand. I'm happy.
I know that you are.
Isn't that what happy hour is supposed to be about? As long as I'm happy. Everything about this is a love affair. And eating the rice with the noodles, even better. That mayonnaise, I need a bottle of that. Oh, I just love that great garlic flavor with just a hit of aroma from the olive oil. Perfect. Also what I love, the smokiness and the slight char on the bottom of the rice and the noodles. Basically, you won't be able to stop eating this. Yeah, I definitely won't be able to do this keto thing. This is just too good. There's so many noodles from other cultures I haven't even been introduced to yet. I didn't even talk about how fresh the seafood is on top. Fresh seafood, delicious rice, delicious noodles. The broth is just phenomenal. Oh, this is some of the best food I had in a long, long time. It was amazing. Gotta come here and try this. And we're not done. I ordered some more stuff. Show ya. Next dish I got, it's a fusion shakshuka dish. Look at it, it looks like this thing is smiling at me. Like, do you guys see what I'm seeing? Am I hallucinating? The eggs are eyes and a big old octopus smile with little pita ribbons on top. Look at this.
It's smiling on you?
It's smiling on me.
Oh, Jesus.
Until I dig into it. Oh, I love it when my food is happy. Look at that. Beautiful golden river flowing through this delicious tomato landscape. Take the pita, just dunk it in. Oh God, I love this restaurant. You taste the cumin, the smokiness of the paprika. This dish, it's sweet from the tomatoes, a little spicy, a little tangy, definitely creamy from the eggs. And I haven't even got the octopus involved yet. Everyone's been walking by me looking at my dish just saying, it looks good. It looks great. Yeah, are you having food regrets?
No. Yes, I do.
Right, you want this. Oh man, I feel like there's a million textures and flavors in this dish. They know exactly what they're doing. Flavors, textures, ingredients, freshness, the use of all these different spices. What a fantastic place. And they just opened. This is like, I think, less than a year. Come try this place out, trust me. I gotta get back to my eggs before it gets cold. Oh my God. Sugar on top, torch the sugar. It's like a chocolate creme brulee with sea salt, pomegranate, which is, I've never had that before, on top of something like this, and olive oil. You need this. chocolatey, super smooth and silky with that crunchy layer on top. Perfect contrast from the sea salt and a little bits of sweet juice from the pomegranate. Perfect finish to this meal. All right, I was planning on going to a couple more places, but there's a storm moving in right now. So I'm gonna go back up to the mountains before it hits. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Good morning. This is why I hate snow in New York. This just turns into this yucky mess, and because it's so cold, it doesn't go anywhere for like a month. It's absolutely freezing here, and it's gonna be freezing in New York for the next couple of weeks. And today I'm in Flushing. I feel like I haven't been here in such a long time. And I'm here because, dumpling town. All right, I'm gonna try this out after I eat, but I'm here because there's a new barbecue place that's open, and ever since I left Korea, I've been dying for some barbecue, although this is Chinese barbecue. Now, seriously, there's so many new places open. This is not that new, but I think it's relatively new. Chuan Xiang. So it's a skewer place. Well, I gotta spend some time around here and try all these places. These are the new outdoor dining spots. Oh, it's pretty private, not bad. It's gonna be cold, but nice and private. There it is, GAN-HOO barbecue, GAN-HOO. Ooh, this looks fancy. Oh, no, this is awesome. I could be like Ibn here. Wow. This place is really impressive. Wow, beautiful place. I'm gonna explain something. The name is called GAN-HOO. Now, this might be a term that a lot of people may not be familiar with. GAN-HOO kind of in Chinese means, it's kind of like another world, the martial arts world, where martial artists from the Shaolin to the Wu-Tang, not the rap group, the actual Wudong clan, where they all kind of interact, do business, fight each other, revenge, all this stuff. So 60% of historical Chinese dramas are something about GAN-HOO. So here you see like swords on the wall, we see like calligraphy, like it's a pretty cool theme. All right, so this place is kind of known for, it's kind of a mixture of Japanese and Korean barbecue. And Chinese barbecue too, because the owner's from northeastern China, so you're gonna get a lot of spices used in the northeast. You're gonna get some cumin, some chilies, got some Korean dipping sauce here as well, Himalayan salt. All the cows in all the land is here. I call this staircase to meat heaven, because each step you take, it just gets better and better. It starts off with some squid, some shrimp, and then the beef kicks in, then some pork belly, then thin sliced brisket, then short ribs, all the way to the American Wagyu. That is intense looking. I am about as giddy as I can be. This is like, I haven't felt this happy since I was in Korea. Like, this is the happiest I've been since I've been back. Just seeing all this amazing meat surrounding me. It's because I've been alone since I've been back home. So it's kind of like I'm being surrounded by friends that I will eventually eat. People eat friends? You don't eat friends. I'm gonna eat this. All right, so I'm gonna start off with, I'm gonna save this for last. This is the Miyazaki A5 Wagyu. This is going last. Let's start cooking. And we're gonna start with the skirt steak. Oh, this is beautiful. Glistening pieces of skirt steak, and you can just dip it in any of the seasoning you want. The one on the right is more of a northeastern Chinese seasoning. So some cumin, some chili peppers, salt. I wish the snow on the sidewalks and on the roads would be like this beef. Melts instantly. American Wagyu, although it doesn't have as much fat content as Japanese Wagyu, still melts when it touches your tongue. There's so much juice in my mouth. Oh, every single bite is just exquisitely delicate. And just like tasting a beefy waterfall. Best day since I came back to the US, confirmed. And to be able to eat this more, you gotta pair it with some of the pickled vegetables. You got kimchi, pickled radish, pickled cabbage. So just take a bite of veg in between the meat bites. Oh, that's good. Their pickled cabbage is delicious. This is one of my favorite pickled vegetables in Chinese cuisine, but most places I've been to, it doesn't cook that right. You guys make this?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. One of the best Chinese pickled vegetables I had anywhere. That's delightful. And when you take a bite of that, between your meat bites, So good. It's gonna allow you to eat more meat because Wagyu is fatty, all right? If you don't take bites of the little pickled vegetables, in Chinese we call it tai ni, it's gonna be too fatty for you. So make sure you incorporate that when you're eating your meat. Try the skirt steak. I think it's just butter. This next meat is really unique. I've only had it once while I was in South Korea. This is a Wagyu tongue. And usually tongue slices at most places, it's very, very thin. So this is a very common ingredient in hot pot and Korean barbecue, but rarely do you get really thick slices of tongue, and very rarely do you get that from a Wagyu. And thick slices of tongue, the texture is just immaculate. It's a little crunchy, but so tender and juicy. I think in my whole life, I never really had a thick tongue before, until that one time in South Korea, and now here. And what's kind of insane about this is this order, which has like 7 pieces, you can only get that one order from one whole tongue. And if you've ever seen a cow tongue, it's like huge, but they only take the middle part of the tongue, which is just the best. And that's where you're gonna eat here. This one dipped in a little Northeast seasoning and some Himalayan salt. Oh my God. Gotta order this if you come here. Wow, great smoky flavor on the outside. The inside is just so tender and juicy. It's almost slightly crunchy. And snappy. It's so tender and good. Something you definitely don't see everywhere. And last time, the tongue I had wasn't from Wagyu. The Wagyu tongue though. Definitely juicier than what I had before. All right, the next one I'm eating, check this out. Is this like Bull Demon King from Journey to the West? Maybe. If it is, I guess I'm eating him. This one, you definitely don't need to cook for a long time. And see all that fat oozing to the outside of this meat. It's glistening like the sun. Again, a little salt. It's intimate bites and intimate moments like this that are just the best in my life. Like, I love it. There's just something so magically transcendent about taking a bite of Wagyu. You just can't help but close your eyes and just let that flavor kind of overtake you. I've always said, whenever someone asks me what's the best food I ever had in my life, I always say Wagyu beef, because I feel it is one of the most life-changing food experiences you can ever have. Even this is a life-changing bite. Awesome. This one's crazy. Check out what is on this beef. Pieces of truffle and the marbling on this, it's just incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the difference between like what American Wagyu looks like and a regular Japanese A5 Wagyu looks like. There is a difference, but on both of these, the marbling is so intricate and wonderful. And after it cooks on one side, it's flipped over and the truffle is added onto the other side. Truffle, already such a crazy good ingredient with Wagyu. Could this be too much? It's too much of a good thing. Well, that's good. Buttery beef with a hit of that amazing truffle flavor. The wonderful aroma of the truffle just complements that great beefy flavor. Again, I don't recommend anything but a little bit of salt, maybe some chilies if you want. And save all your taste buds for that. Oh, that's good. Something I never thought would ever get together. Britney Spears and Kevin Federline and Wagyu and truffle. But unlike Kevin and Britney, this is actually a good match. But I also want to talk about the spickled vegetable again. There's a little bits of garlic and chilies in here that just makes this even better. Marinated beef ribs. That will do two things: wake you up and make you fall in love. Oh, that's so nice. Juicy, smoky, it's had a sweetness to it. You can make this into a sam. And I'm gonna add some of my favorite pickled veggies in here. There's some pieces of beef that are really thick that's gonna take longer to cook. So while you're cooking a thicker piece of steak like this Wagyu here, you can start cooking your thin cuts of meat as well, so your mouth never gets lonely. Look at this. I don't know if you remember those Tropicana commercials where people stick a straw into an orange and just suck all the juice out of it. I feel like you can almost do the same thing with this. Almost a crime to be this juicy. And this is pork jaw. Again, something I haven't had since South Korea. And they only use black pigs here, which are the best pigs, the black hair pigs. Snappy and juicy. Oh, the squid is so nice. Maybe it's because I've been eating beef for a long time, but man, that squid is nice. Tender and sweet. It's always good to diversify your barbecue. Oh, the meat quality is so good. And also, in case if my mom's watching, I got a salad. But there's broccoli. Maybe I'll stick with the mushrooms. The mushroom actually took the longest to cook because you gotta wait till it gets that nice bit of juice in that mushroom coat. Down to the last piece of meat, and this is the grand finale, the Miyazaki Wagyu. As soon as this meat hits the grill, you just get pummeled by that great fat, buttery beef aroma. And this thing will cook so quickly. You see the fire kind of just going crazy underneath because this thing is so fatty. When the flame licks it, it's incredibly tantalizing, and each side will cook very, very quickly. Oh, see that meat just kind of teasing the fire? Ooh. One of the best things you could ever have in your life is Japanese A5 Wagyu. God, I miss Japan. When Japanese Wagyu hits your tongue, something just absolutely incredible happens. Like, absolutely incredible. Because Japanese A5 Wagyu is designed, it's created, it's engineered to have a lower melting point than your body temperature. So as soon as it touches your tongue, it already starts melting. And when you chew it, almost disappears instantaneously, leaving just that unique, amazing, buttery, fatty substance all over your taste buds. Eating this is like watching a cat video on the internet. You can't help but smile. The thing is though, if you talk to a lot of people in Japan, like a lot of my friends in Japan, they told me you can't eat too much of this because it's almost too buttery, it's too fatty. Now I'm weird, I can eat this every single day of my life, but it is nice to try the different types of beef. I feel like American Wagyu, it does have a beefier flavor to it. This thing is definitely more buttery, so it's good to try the different types of meat so you don't get overwhelmed too quickly. But today, eating all those different cuts of beef and then finishing off with the Japanese A5 Wagyu, that's an incredible food journey. I am so happy right now. I think I'm gonna be smiling for the rest of the day. At least the rest of the day, maybe the rest of the week. But what an awesome place. The interior is beautiful, the design is great, and the food, ingredients, quality. Of course, I didn't enjoy seeing my food enemy, the broccoli, show up today, but still an incredible day. Again, probably one of the happiest times I had barbecue-wise since I left South Korea, so this was a lot of fun. All right, I know we're gonna go for dessert. It's great is that after you eat, you can come here and get a good workout. Fill up your stomach and get better at Kung Fu at the same time. I'm at the Koreatown section of Flushing, and that's where this dessert place, and this place just opened, I think, maybe like a couple weeks ago. And it's something that I loved while I was in South Korea. And I was saying in South Korea, something like this is definitely gonna start popping up in the US because it's such a trend over there. And this is the first of, I think, many places that's gonna serve this thing, which I'm gonna show you as soon as I can find parking. The whole place is called Croffle House. Look at this. Blueberry cream cheese, mango whipped cream, raspberry, strawberry. They got the savory ones. Banana and chocolate. Basil pesto. Interesting. And with Croffles, you gotta have it fresh. Oh, they got really nice outdoor seating too. Come back and just eat here. Also, is it weird that they're speaking Korean and it's making me borderline emotional right now? Got a sesame mochi donut, a cheese croffle, and a grape croffle, and they give me an egg tart. Oh, look at this. This is definitely not the same kind of cheese that I had in South Korea. This is just a slice of American cheese. Over there is Norwegian cheese. But let's see. It's like I'm back in South Korea. Sweet cream with that salty cheese. Not as good as the Norwegian cheese that I had in South Korea, but the American cheese is more creamy. Got that nice smoky flavor. If this was put on like a completely freshly made waffle, it'd be a lot better. But the way it is now, it's still really good. Oh, look at this grape thing. God. Ah, so good. I never want to stop eating this. Again, I wish there was an option where probably you could do it. If you just say, can you make me a fresh waffle? I'll sit here. I want the waffle to be nice and toasty. Then I want the cheese on there. I get like a really hot waffle. It probably wouldn't go with this cream, but I want a toasty hot waffle. But I'm so happy that there's now a place here that I can get this. This is one of my favorite dessert items in South Korea. Now it's here and it's splendid. Whenever I see mochi donut, I get mochi donut. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, that's a good dessert place. You got outdoor seating that, I mean, when I was there, I was all taken by Korean aunties and they'll sit there for a while. But if you can grab a seat, grab a couple Croffles and definitely a mochi donut and just eat that while sipping on a cup of hot tea, that is living, my friends. Great place. So happy I was able to try it out. All right, just one last thing I need to do before I head back home. All right, I'm home now. I was trying to go get a duck because I wanted a, it's almost New Year's, so I kind of wanted a roast duck for dinner, but couldn't park because of all the snow. Look at this. It's gonna stay like this for the next 2 weeks because there's some crazy Arctic front hitting the US, but good Lord. I mean, it was pretty, but now it's just gross and not fun at all. And the worst thing is, can't even get to my wood. Maybe I need snowshoes or something. All right, I gotta get inside. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. See you later.